DNA. We've all probably heard of that. It makes you, well, you. But how does it transfer from parents to offspring? And what happens if there's a mistake in its coding? Well, to understand these two concepts, we have to go to the most uncomfortable thing to talk about as a teenager. You guys know what. Moving past that, we are left with two specific cells, gametic cells actually, a sperm and an egg. As you guys know, a sperm fertilizes the egg and creates a baby, or a zygote, which is a normal body cell and grows. A quick lesson. Chromosomes are made of the double helix DNA wrapped in a string around histone proteins. You can think of each section of a normal DNA, the double helix, as a gene. These genes are coded for by nitrogenous base pairs, which are called adenine, thymine, guanine, cytosine. They also go by nucleotides. Basically, in those little stairs, you could call them, they code for different traits which are expressed in your body in specific sequences. However, if one little mess up occurs, then your body is damaged irreparably. Anyways, back to our lessons. The difference between gametes, or sperm and egg, and normal body cells is mainly their chromosome count and their cell processes. Gametes, sex cells, have 23, while normal body cells have 46. This is in part due to their cell processes, but we're focusing on gametic cells process, or meiosis. As you can see here, I have everything pictured for you. So just take a few minutes to soak that in, and then we're moving on to the last pair in each of them, called a sex pair. Now we're going to be talking about the last pair in each of the 22, in each of both the egg and the sperm. Now these last pairs are very important because they decide the gender of the child. That's what they're known for. They're called the sex pair. And as you know, or you probably should know, each male and female is designated by their genotype, which is XX for female and XY for male. Now, every other pair of chromosomes except for the sex pair is called autosomal. But we're going to be focusing on something called X-linked diseases and traits. The best way to view dominant and recessive traits is in the wild, mainly in polar bears. Did you know polar bears didn't always have white fur? They were already brown furred, but due to a recessive mutation, just one little random step up, the gene for white fur was created. Now, the gene for white fur all of a sudden took over because it was better suited to hunting in the wild or in the tundra. All of the population for the brown furred and their genetic material died out, leaving only the white fur gene to be there. Accordingly, white fur became the dominant trait. Same thing can happen in sex pairs, or in the last pair we were talking about. Let's take hemophilia B for an example, an X-linked disease. Our female is going to have it on one of her X chromosomes, but on the other, a dominant trait will mask it. Since our male only has one X chromosome, he's going to carry and show hemophilia. If we put these two in the Punnett square, we see our chances for having children with the same traits. Bye guys, I'm Darshan Shankar, and I hope you learned something.